The family reunion was in full swing when my cousin Brandon decided to remind everyone that I didn't really belong. We were at my grandmother's house. The annual Hayes family 4th of July gathering. 40 people. Burgers on the grill. Kids running through sprinklers. I was standing near the drink table when Brandon walked up with his usual smirk. "Hey, Sam. Surprised you showed up this year." "Why wouldn't I?" "I don't know. Just seems weird. You're not actually family." I set down my drink. "Excuse me? You're adopted. Everyone knows. So why do you even come to these things?" Several cousins nearby went quiet. Stared. Brandon, one of them, started. "What?" "I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. It's not like he's actually a Hayes. He's just, I don't know, charity?" I felt my face go hot. Not from anger. From humiliation. Because Brandon said it loud enough for half the party to hear. My Aunt Sarah, Brandon's mother, walked over. "Brandon, apologize." "For what? Telling the truth?" Before I could respond, my grandmother's voice cut through the yard. "Brandon Michael Hayes. Inside. Now." Brandon rolled his eyes but walked toward the house. Grandma followed him. I stood there, surrounded by cousins who suddenly couldn't meet my eyes. 10 minutes later, Grandma came back outside. Walked straight to me. "Sam, sweetheart, I need you to come inside for a minute." I followed her into the house. Into her office. She closed the door. Sat down at her desk. Pulled out a folder. I was going to wait until I died to do this. But after what just happened, I think you need to hear it now. "Grandma, you don't have to, Sam, you are my grandson. You have been since the day your parents brought you home at 6 months old. And I've made sure that legally, financially, and in every way that matters, you are taken care of." She opened the folder. Pulled out her will. "I'm leaving you 60% of my estate. The house. The investments. The land. All of it." I stared at her. "What?" "Your father is my only child. You are his only child. That makes you my heir. Adopted or not. What about everyone else?" "The cousins split the remaining 40%. Brandon gets his share. But you get the majority. Because you're my grandson. And I will not tolerate anyone in this family suggesting otherwise." Hey Tangled Yarns family, it's Brett. And if you're new here, welcome to the story of how a family reunion turned into a public reminder that biology doesn't determine love. Today's story is about Sam Hayes, who was adopted as a baby and spent 32 years being loved by their parents and grandparents as fully and completely as any biological child. Until a cousin decided to weaponize adoption as a way to other them at a family party. And when that happened, Grandma didn't just defend Sam. She pulled out her will and made it very clear exactly who her favorite grandchild was. Let's untangle this. Sam Hayes was adopted in 1992 at 6 months old. Their parents, David and Janet Hayes, had struggled with infertility for years. When they brought Sam home, the family celebrated. Grandma Ruth held Sam and cried happy tears. "My first grandchild," she said. David was an only child. Which meant Sam was Grandma Ruth's only direct-line grandchild. But Grandma Ruth had 3 siblings. And those siblings had kids. And those kids had kids. So the extended Hayes family was large. Cousins. Second cousins. Great-nieces and nephews. Sam grew up going to family reunions. Birthday parties. Holidays. For the most part, it was fine. Normal. Sam was just another Hayes kid. But there were moments. Small comments. Questions about real parents. Jokes about not looking like anyone else in the family. Sam was biracial. The Hayes family was white. So yeah, Sam stood out. Most family members were kind about it. Didn't make it a thing. But some, like Brandon, used it as a wedge. A way to create hierarchy. Brandon was Grandma Ruth's great-nephew. His mom, Sarah, was Ruth's niece. Brandon had always been competitive with Sam. Growing up, he'd make comments. "Well, you're not really her grandson. You don't have Hayes blood." Sam mostly ignored it. But it stung. Especially because Sam was close to Grandma Ruth. Really close. After David, Sam's father, died in 2018, Sam and Grandma Ruth got even closer. Sam visited every week. Helped with yard work. Took her to appointments. Just spent time. Ruth was in her late 80s. Still sharp. Still independent. But she appreciated the company. She'd tell Sam stories about David growing up. About the family history. About how much she'd wanted grandchildren and how happy she was when Sam came into her life. "You're my legacy," she'd say. "You and your father. That's what matters." The rest of the extended family visited less. Birthday calls. Holiday cards. The annual reunion. But Sam was there. Every week. By 2024, Ruth was 87. Healthy but realistic about mortality. She'd updated her will multiple times over the years. But in early 2024, she made a significant change. Called her attorney. Revised the distribution. 60% to Sam, 40% split among the extended family. She didn't tell anyone. Just filed it. Waited. Then came the 4th of July reunion. Brandon's comment wasn't new. But it was public. Loud. Mean. And Ruth had had enough. After she pulled Sam into the office and showed them the will, Sam was in shock. "Grandma, this is too much." "It's not too much. It's what's right. You're David's child. You're my grandchild. The house, the land, it should stay with you. But the others will get their share. But you've been here. You've shown up. You've cared. That matters." "Brandon's going to lose his mind." Ruth smiled. "Good. Maybe it'll teach him not to be cruel." They went back outside. Ruth asked for everyone's attention. "I want to say something. Sam is my grandson. He was chosen by my son and daughter-in-law. He has been loved by this family for 32 years. And I will not tolerate anyone suggesting he doesn't belong." She looked directly at Brandon. "If you can't treat him with respect, you're not welcome here." Brandon's face went red. Sarah looked mortified. The party went quiet. Then Ruth's sister, Brandon's grandmother, spoke up. "Ruth's right. Sam is family. Anyone who says otherwise can leave." Slowly, the party resumed. But the tension lingered. Brandon left early. Sarah apologized to Sam before she left. "I don't know why he's like this. I'm so sorry." Sam didn't respond. Just nodded. Ruth died 18 months later. January 2026. Peacefully. In her sleep. The will reading was held 2 weeks after the funeral. Sam was there. So was Sarah and Brandon. And about a dozen other extended family members. The attorney read the distribution. 60% to Sam Hayes. 40% split among the extended family. The room erupted. "That's not fair." Brandon shouted. "He's not even really her grandson." The attorney looked at him coldly. "Sam Hayes is legally Ruth Hayes' grandchild. The will is valid. The distribution is final. This is bullshit. She was manipulated." Mrs. Hayes updated this will in March 2024. She was of sound mind. She consulted with me multiple times. This was her explicit wish. Sarah put a hand on Brandon's arm. "Stop. No. This is insane. He's adopted." The attorney closed the folder. "Mr. Hayes, your relationship to Mrs. Hayes was through her sibling. Sam Hayes is her direct-line grandchild. Legally and emotionally. The distribution reflects that." Brandon stormed out. Sam sat quietly. Hadn't said a word. After the meeting, Sarah approached. "Sam, I'm sorry. About Brandon. About all of it. It's okay. It's not. He's been awful to you for years. And I didn't stop it. You apologized. That's more than he's done. Sarah nodded. For what it's worth, I think Ruth did the right thing. You were there. You cared. You earned this. Sam inherited Ruth's house. A beautiful old Victorian worth about $680,000. The land. 20 acres outside town. Worth another $400,000. The investments. About $1.2 million. Total, roughly $2.3 million. Sam's 60% was $1.38 million. The remaining 40%, $920,000, was split among 15 people. About $61,000 each. Brandon got his share. Complained the whole time. Threatened to contest. His attorney told him he'd lose. The will was airtight. Sam sold the house in late 2026. Couldn't bear to live there without Grandma Ruth. Used the money to pay off their student loans. Buy a small house. Start a scholarship fund for adopted kids. Named it the Ruth Hayes Scholarship. For kids who needed someone to choose them. Brandon never apologized. Never spoke to Sam again. Sam was okay with that. Because the people who mattered, Grandma Ruth, Sam's parents, the family members who'd always treated them like family, they'd already chosen Sam. The rest didn't matter. Let's talk about what actually happened here. This story isn't about money. It's about validation. Brandon spent years using adoption as a weapon. Suggesting Sam didn't really belong. Wasn't really family. And every time, it chipped away a little. Made Sam question their place. But Ruth shut it down. Not just with words. With action. She made Sam the primary beneficiary. Not out of spite. Out of love. Out of recognition that biology doesn't determine family. Sam was her grandchild. Chosen. Loved. Protected. And the will was proof. Permanent. Legal. Undeniable. Brandon's cruelty came from insecurity. He wasn't the favorite. Wasn't the one Grandma spent time with. So he attacked the thing he thought made Sam vulnerable. Their adoption. But adoption wasn't Sam's weakness. It was their strength. Because being chosen means someone looked at you and said you're worth fighting for. And Ruth spent 32 years making sure Sam knew that. Alright, Tangled Yarns family, your turn. Have you ever been made to feel like you didn't belong in your own family because of adoption, marriage, or any other reason? Or have you seen someone defend a family member against people who tried to other them? Drop your stories below. Because chosen family is real family. If this one hit home, hit that like button. Subscribe for new stories every single day. And remember, family isn't blood. It's who shows up. Who stays. Who chooses you. I'm Brett. This is Tangled Yarns. And that yarn? Officially untangled. See you tomorrow.